Sky 3, breaking news from the next level.
We are continuing our journey to the TVFCU Idea Leap Grant giveaway that'll be taking place later this spring in the month of May, where they're giving away a lot of money to area businesses in the North Ocoee region, Northwest Georgia, and as well as right here in Chattanooga. So we're having a chance to be a part of the Ocoee Bradley County part of it, as well as North Georgia. So this morning it's up to Benton, Tennessee and Bigfoot Outfitters, where serene woods, quiet cabins, and of course the Ocoee await. We're continuing our profile this morning of the area businesses who are in the running for the TVFCU Idea Leap Grant contest. This morning finds us up in Benton, Tennessee. We are at Bigfoot Outfitters, a place where you can come and enjoy nature in all of its glory. Trevor Casey is the owner. He's inside waiting for us to take us on a bit of a tour. Hey Trevor, great to see you.
Hey, nice to see you, Julie.
Lucky for us, we're catching you, I guess, right before busy season. Are you ready for the season to come?
Absolutely. I'm ready for this warmer weather and to be out there on the water and doing some whitewater rafting.
Well, I know you've got big plans. You're in this finalist list for the Idea Leap Grant with TVFCU, so congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
We are kind of where everybody comes first. Is that right, Trevor, when they come to be part of your fun at Bigfoot Outfitters?
That's correct. We're in the gift shop now. It's where everybody checks in for our rafting and tubing trips.
And you are like so many people who probably come through your doors. You fell in love with the area 20-something years ago. It was kind of going to be a weekend gig for you, and here you are.
A little over 20 years ago, I trained to be a raft guide in 2002, and so I've been always a weekend warrior until I started Bigfoot Outfitters here on the Ocoee River in Benton in 2019.
I love how you describe yourself because you're kind of a boutique experience for people. And so you pride yourself and you think finding kind of the best guides in the area to then go on these tours with people to give them a primo experience.
We do. There were about 20-something companies on the Ocoee River. Instead of just starting another company, we set out to be the best company on the river. We do have some of the most experienced guides. They average 10+ years, which cost us a little bit more to do that, but we feel like we can provide the best possible trip available on the Ocoee River.
One of the things that we so enjoy in talking with small business owners like you is the vision that it takes to get where you are today. So I know you've been in business now, as we see it, for about 7 years.
Correct.
But this was really a dream come true for you, and you put a lot of elbow grease into making this property what it is today.
We did. I've dreamed of having a rafting company for many years now and went to pursue that about 7 years ago, and got one of the first permits since the 70s. And so we're able to start a new rafting company. And the property where we are located had actually been a rafting company since the late 70s. They'd gone out of business and it was bank owned. So it was pretty run down.
Yeah.
We had to do a ton of renovations. So my background was in sales and marketing, not in construction, but I've learned.
You quickly learned.
I've learned a lot about that. We fixed up the gift shop first, and then there were several buildings on the property, including a bunkhouse that we have fixed up. So now we have a lodge that has 4 rooms in it. We have another duplex cabin, the Yowie and Yeti cabin, and then 2 private cabins. We have the Sasquatch cabin and also the Woodwest cabin.
Let's bring Bigfoot into this. How did you decide to name yourself Bigfoot Outfitters? And it's kind of providential because your initials put together are Boo.
Absolutely. So we thought that was cool. We're Bigfoot Ocoee Outfitters, and I thought Bigfoot is a name that people will remember.
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted people at the end of the day, when they're done with their rafting trip, to remember who they went with.
You have fun with it, though. You kind of seem to have this intentional business model where you want this to be a place for everyone to come, but a big part of that everyone, families, church groups. So sometimes you have a good time with the Bigfoot lore.
We do. We like to mess with the church groups and the Boy Scouts. We actually have a Bigfoot suit that when we get a group of Boy Scouts, we like to wait till about dark and run through their campground. I actually had one little boy about 12 years old a few years ago. We went through there at dark, and he was literally doing somersaults to get away from Bigfoot.
He was that scared.
We have a good time with it.
There are a lot of ways you can enjoy your time when you come up here. I mentioned the season's about to get started, so it's still kind of a chilly day as we're talking, but you'll be hitting that water soon. But people can come up and enjoy just the day and take a guided tour down the river with your team, or they can not go on the river and just enjoy these cabins that you have, right?
We do get a lot of people that will just come stay with us, enjoy the cabins. There are some phenomenal hiking trails in the area, 3 waterfall hikes within about 20 minutes of us. We do also have a 9-hole disc golf course on the property.
Nice.
So we do have other options besides rafting. For people that aren't into rafting, we also purchased riverfront property across the road from our main outpost about a year ago, and started doing lower Ocoee float trips. So we can take people in tubes. The age requirements are different. For whitewater rafting, you have to be 12. So we're able to take younger kids down the lower Ocoee. So it's really a full family experience.
Now, does that segue us into the Idea Leap Grant? Because is that the part of the property that you have your eye on in case you win?
Absolutely. Our plans, if we were to get first place, we plan to build a boat ramp to be able to have a little bit easier access on the river. Right now we're using an old creek bank, which works, but a boat ramp will be a lot less muddy and more ideal for us. The other thing we'd like to do is put a pavilion down there at the river, have that handicap accessible. That would allow us to even potentially do weddings down by the river
nice.
as well, concerts and other things.
When people go on the tours with you down the river, about how long are they on the water?
So we have a couple options. We do a full river trip on Saturdays and Sundays, and that's about a 5.5, 6 hour deal. We do both the upper Ocoee and then stop and do a catered lunch and then take them down the middle section. So that's our full river trip. We get a lot of people that will come and do just the middle section as well. The middle section, you're with us for roughly about 3 hours. Our tubing trips is about an hour to go tubing. We also do an extended lower Ocoee float trip in a raft where we can take younger children. And it's about a 3.5 or 4 hour float.
That's enough time that people ditch their phones and the stresses of the world. Do you kind of see people come through these doors and they're immediately relaxed?
Absolutely. For a lot of people, and that's what makes my day. For a lot of people, it's the highlight of their year. It's their big summer vacation. And, one of my favorite parts about being a raft guide, I do still guide as well and love doing it and have a passion for whitewater. Some of my favorite trips is I'll have somebody that is scared to death to go rafting. Inevitably, if we can get up to 6 people on a boat, a lot of times one of those people got talked into it by their friends and they are scared to death, and you can kind of see the fear in their eyes. And after about the 3rd rapid, they realize, okay, I'm going to be all right. I'm having a good time. And you see that turn into a big smile.
Yep.
That makes my day every time.
I will tell you a fun little fact. I wasn't going to tell you, but now I will. So I'm from Atlanta. I'm 55 years old. I have a strong memory of my first time on the Ocoee, and I was 18, just graduated high school. And one of the friends who I went on that trip with, she and I reconnected about 5 years ago. And one of the first things we talked about was that trip down the Ocoee River. So memories are made on that water.
Lasting memory.
They absolutely do.
That's
so
fantastic.
If people want to find out more about you, social media is the way to do it?
Yes, we have a Facebook page for Bigfoot Outfitters, also Instagram, and our website is bigfootoutfitters.com.
All right. Well, best of luck to you.
Well, thank you so much, Julie.
And I hope that you'll have a chance to come and make your own memory. And don't be afraid of that water. Trevor guarantees you to give you that boutique experience that you're looking for.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
If you have a banking need, whether it's for a small business idea of your own, a mortgage or car loan, even a savings account for a new baby, TVFCU would love to help you. Online or in person, they're there to help. Learn more at tvfcu.com.
Injured? Don't go Bill bored. Go board certified.
I